Get that thing in overtime, and we had plenty of opportunities to win it, and we just got to find a way to get better, whether it's stopping the run, whether it's covering kicks better, returning the ball better, or converting on third down. All the things that kind of hurt us today. So we got to find a way to win those games.
Coach, what was you mentioned stopping the run. What was the plan today to do that against a back like Jonathan Taylor?
He's a great player. He made people miss. He was able to get yards when it wasn't there. He was able to get yards when it was there. And if you get a chance to get out on the open grass with that guy, he is trouble. And we let him out there once, and he made us pay for it. And that's what great players do.
And what in the return game were they able to exploit?
We got to make tackles. We got to hold leverage. We can't punt the ball down the middle of the field. There's a bunch of different things that go down there. We got to go down and make tackles. I find ways to get those guys on the ground, particularly in situations when it's winning time and we had opportunities to win it. At the end there and give them a big time return, allowed those guys to get in the field goal range and do the things they need to do to put that thing in overtime.
Passing game was not sharp today. Can you diagnose that at this moment?
Very good defense. They came out, particularly on third down, and hit us with some zero pressure, some fake zeros, a couple different things. They got some protection issues, made us run around for a little bit. We had a couple drops. Our guys, came out, fought well, played hard. Michael always plays well, fights hard, along with all those guys. So we got to find a way to get better.
Was his accuracy good enough today? If you have any concerns?
Obviously got to go look at that, but Mike played well. Mike played well like he always does. Goes through the process. We'll figure all those things out and figure it out when we get there looking at it.
I know that we talked earlier in the week about third downs, and it continued to show up today. When you look at what needs to happen moving forward, what does? Because this is now, I think, 22% over the last 4 weeks.
You got to get better. Once something that was a strength for us and has become a weakness over the last 2 weeks, and you got to find a way to convert those third downs. You got to get them shorter. You got to get them more manageable. And we do get a chance to get those third downs. We got to get them. We can't have drops. We can't have any situation, protection problems, whatever the case may be. We got to figure out how to get those things done.
Coach, when you talk about the pass rush, how happy are you? I think we got 7 sacks against Daniel Jones. Are you happy with the effort of the players today?
I'm happy with the effort from the players. Obviously, it's hard to say happy with anything when you lose football games, but pleased with what we're able to do to those situations. We have some situations out there you like to have back. The guys did a nice job of being able to force some pressures, being able to really create some problems. But the biggest part about it is we got to find a way to create problems at the most critical moments, and we did not.
Will you change the way you address your team at all, given that you've lost 4 straight? You're kind of in a tough situation right now in terms of getting back in the division.
You change it every single week, based on what the message is, what you need to do, what it takes to win each game. And we talk about every game every single week, and it takes something different to win every single game. And they'll require something different this week, and we'll talk about all those things. We'll look at it. We'll be detailed. We'll be sharp. We'll practice. The guys do the right thing like they always do. They'll respond. We'll find a way to go win this game next week.
Coach, what do you make of the struggles the team had on special teams, stopping the Colts in different return situations, whether it be punts, kickoffs, and just the struggles the team had in those areas?
They got, 3 really good returners that we addressed this week and we talked about, and we wanted to get down and hold down leverage, and obviously we did not hold down leverage. Those guys made us pay on all facets. One was a missed punt that we can't hit down the middle of the field. And a couple of those things were on kickoffs, and a couple of those things, or whatever the case may be from a return standpoint, we got to find a way to hold leverage and make those tackles, and we can't give them great field position like that. The team's too good on offense to allow those guys to have short field, and we did.
Coach, any explanations on the intentional grounding, like 3 weeks and 3 intentional groundings?
Yeah, no, this week he's just trying to throw it away, trying to get out of his hand. We always got to fix those things at the end of that game. It was not worth it, taking the time out to save 10 seconds. Let's go to overtime, try to win it there. Obviously his protection issues, both for the last 2 weeks was an early snap. This one was a different one. Those things are all different all the time. So we'll figure those things out.
Coach, on the final 4th and 2 of regulation, they attacked you with the tight end to the flat, just like they did last week, the Patriots, if I remember correctly. But I think you were in a better position this time. Do you recall what happened, if it was scheme or execution in that instance?
That was close. It was a great play by a great player. The young man made a nice play on our young player. 4th and 2, that ball was thrown up in a 50-50 spot. We make that play, we win the game. And they made the play and they won the game. Got to give those guys a lot of credit. Got to give those guys a lot of credit for drawing it up. Great players make great plays, and that's what he did right there.
Last week you said you had confidence in Zach Robinson to get the offense going. What have you seen over the last 2 games to continue that confidence?
I do have confidence in him. He was able to go out there and get enough points, and we should have had enough to be able to win that football game, and we did not. You know, we had a couple different phases that we want to get better. Obviously, on offense, you want to get third down better, but we did have the chance to move the football, get a bunch of first downs, really do a nice job in the red zone. I think we were 3 for 3. I can't remember exactly what it was. We got to do a better job in some of those situations on third down. If we can do that, we'll be a pretty good offense and be able to clean a lot of things up.
We just got to stay together. We got to stay together, continue to trust in our game plan each and every week, and we just got to execute when it's needed the most.
Does that become more, staying together and trusting in the game plan become more difficult as the results don't come?
I don't say it become more difficult. It become more frustrating whenever you do have that, and you know, it's tough to win in this league, but we got to figure it out.
What made it so tough today against the Colts?
We just didn't execute when we needed to. The defense got a lot of big time stops for us, and we didn't put points on the board. That's it.
This has kind of been a theme over the last few weeks of not converting on third down. I think y'all were 0 for 8 today. What's kind of, I know it's not a one-size-fits-all, but what's going on in those situational moments?
I don't know. That's something we got to figure out. We'll figure out. We'll watch film, figure it out. But yeah, we got to be better. It start with me.
Do you feel like those moments where you weren't able to string the drive together is kind of what stood in the way of this game?
I don't know. It's hard to point at one thing, or you just got to watch the film and see. I really don't know.
Mike, what was the main thing you saw in the Colts defense that made the passing offense kind of short-circuit in many instances?
We saw everything that we thought we was gonna see. We just gotta go. We gotta execute. We gotta do it.
I know it's a tough day for you, but what was your impression of the stadium, the fans?
It was awesome. It was a great atmosphere. It was very fun to be able to play over here, and the fans were amazing. So it was definitely a great experience and something I won't forget.
Mike, I'm sure it doesn't feel this way now, but since your first start in week 16 last year, no quarterback wide receiver duo has enough yards to you and Drake do. Can you speak to y'all's connection and how it continues to just show up every week?
It don't matter. We gotta win. It don't matter.
Are you frustrated with yourself right now? Why?
Gotta play better.
What does that involve? Is that accuracy? Is that
Everything.
play calls? Is that
Everything.